Hey guys, it's Tom Bucks. Welcome to MST.TV, and many days ago I asked you guys this. What card do you guys hate dealing with a friggin' passion? To the point where it crushes your souls. We'll feature comments in the video, okay? So there can be only one Nibiru, D-Shifter, True Draco, Thunder's Guru, I don't know, hashtag Yu-Gi-Oh! I also asked my Discord the same thing. What is your most hated card to deal with in the current format and why? And with the two lists combined, we get ourselves the top 5 most hated cards of the format. The results may surprise you. Well, no, it probably won't surprise you, but hey, we'll even throw in the honorable mentions just for the fun of it. Number 5, we have There Can Be Only One. Of course this card was gonna be on this list. I personally tipped it over the scale by putting my vote into it to be a tiebreaker. So There Can Be Only One. Why do I personally hate this card so much? It doesn't let me play, and it is one of those cards where in the comment section, someone's always going to say, oh, this deck loses to Mystic Mine. Oh, this deck loses to There Can Be Only One. Of course they lose to it. Those cards are designed to counter combo. And as a left-wing combo-based player versus you right-wing control-based player, this card is absolutely, well, oppressive, and it just doesn't let me play whatsoever. And that's why I don't like it. I don't like the fact that, oh, if I don't open with the out, you just automatically win. Oh, I opened the out to your Mystic Mine, and all of a sudden There Can Be Only One. I still can't play, and that's why it is pretty painful. Luckily, C for Thunder Dragon is, an option that we can play right now that does deal with There Can Be Only One rather well. Eat that. Eat my Chaos Dragon Levineer double pop. Whew. But, in the comment section, we have Schuppenstein 8. There Can Be Only One. This card should be limited. Oh, I agree. This card should be limited. For the pun that Konami TCG loves them, fair enough. There can be only one. There should only be one copy. Also, it is a flip and an auto win against a lot of decks. Couldn't agree more. And it's not being ran, well, it's not just being ran in control decks. Some combo decks are siding it, like Orcas and Thunder Dragon. I personally haven't seen Orcas or Thunder Dragon really side this card. Correct me if I'm wrong. Show me a list on that one. But you know what? Let's believe in this for now. I would say after you try to crack a board and you try to establish your own combo, you just flip this, and you're in the safe zone again. And for Thunder Dragons, you guys can of course tribute set and still convert it into a Thunder Dragon Colossus, so I don't see how it completely blockades you. But I would say that against Orcas, I don't think Orcas would really flip this, because they would just end themselves. Okay, alright. Number 4, Dingirzu, the Orcas of the Evening Star. Hello, old friend. Fancy seeing you here. No, of course this card was gonna be on this list to no one's surprise, because Dingirzu is the one card that kept Orcas relevant, and it is one of the most painful cards to deal with among many archetypes, simply because it is the go-to removal for all types of boss monsters, simply because it does not target and it does not destroy. On top of that, it protects all cards from being destroyed by battle or card effect, and it's not even activated. It's like the fine print of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It is the fine print that's like, oh, I can't be targeted. I don't target. Oh, I can't be destroyed. I don't destroy either. And then you're like, well, I'm gonna start popping your cards. I don't allow you to do that. No, none of my cards can be destroyed. Well, I'm gonna destroy you by battle. I protect stuff from being destroyed by battle as well. It's like that annoying guy that's like, my superpower is to be better than your superpower. It gets pretty annoying pretty quickly, and that's why it's no surprise that this card is here. And also for anyone that's playing Orcas, of course, you get to cycle your cards and send our cards during our turn. Ugh, really painful. And according to the comments, shoutouts to Mystic V, honestly right now, Dingirzu does nothing but make everyone at my locals groan, because now comes a loop-de-loop of the decks. Yeah, Orcas players can loop this card, and I'm grateful that I don't have to deal with any good Thunder Dragons in my area as of right now. Are you saying you're playing Orcas, or are you just saying that there's just not enough Thunder Dragon players for you guys to hate on Thunder Dragon? Fair enough. Moving on. According to Ryu411, my good friend plays Orcas, a super budget version. Wow, does he even play Dingirzu in there? Probably, or else it wouldn't even work, because I'm questioning whether I am really bad at this game, or Orcas is just that powerful of a deck because I get bent easily dueling him. I hate to say it, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I think you're just really bad at this game. Just kidding. Dingirzu is a very powerful card, and I can see why people really don't like it. And yes, I think even like anyone that can make it like a rank 8, even if they're not playing Orcas, they can still summon this card and just really ruin your day and crack your board very easily. Stevie, definitely a Patreon. Oh, check out my Patreon, guys. Dingirzu, it's generic, it's got protection, it's on summon effect, it's practically a quick effect. Well, it technically does feel like a quick effect with Babel. It synergizes with Orcas amazingly. Well, it has the Orcas name. Of course it's gonna synergize amazingly. We're not talking about Ice Bears, they don't synergize with themselves at all. Non-targeting sending is the second best form of removal other than spinning. What about the non-targeting banishing? Oh, I guess for Thunder, I guess you can trigger effects, but I think non-targeting spinning is much better. Putting cards back into the deck does feel a lot worse. The Italian boy says, Dingirzu is the literal embodiment of a nightmare for a Thunder player. Just a big old robotic booty that says, I don't give a toot what are you do. What you are or do, you're worthless, nothing, and be gone thought. Well, if imagine on the Yu-Gi-Oh show, someone activates Dingirzu, it'd be like, Dingirzu's effect activate, be gone thought. That'd be great. That'd be great. You know, one can hope. Dingirzu is absurd and is the only reason why Orcas is relevant. Yeah, that's about it for that one. Well, what could be hated more than Dingirzu at this point? Number 3, Nibiru, the Primal Origin. Do you know what Nibiru is like? Nibiru is like that chode that just invites himself to your parties. Everyone's really happy until he shows up, and then everybody leaves. But at least he brought a beer, right? But then that beer that he brought, he takes back right away and drinks it himself. That's what Nibiru is. And according to the comments section, Yuri Trademark says, Nibiru, that card is so unfair for players going first. It should have been around 7 summons, excluding normal summon. You know, I do agree with the excluding the normal summon, but hey, I'm not Jerome. I didn't make the rules here. And or else it would have been cool if it had a condition for it, like banish 2 cards from your hand to negate the summon of Nibiru. Dude, I don't want to banish any cards in my hand. Are you playing Thunder? Okay, you sound like a Thunder Dragon player right now. Why do you think you sound like a Thunder Dragon player? You want to banish cards to negate stuff. That sounds perfect for my Dark and Roar. Here we go. Let's not do that. Let's not be like this. But yeah, around 7 summons, like, wah, I need to summon more cards before you can Nibiru me. And to be honest, some decks go as far as that. And I've actually had a misplay where someone actually forgot to Nibiru because he thought that it was special summon only. And then he I only counted 4 summons. But yeah, that does happen. Oh, that one guy says, I'm just done with Nibiru right now. And I know it needs to exist to keep insane combo decks in check. Well, that's what they were for. And but the number of decks that need 5+ summon to make any sort of board that doesn't have any way to deal with Nibiru mid combo make it a death sentence for a lot of rogue options. That I do agree with. You speak the voice of reason, that one guy, 367. Yes, I do agree. Like, a lot of the rogue decks definitely got hurt by Nibiru. Maybe Konami should address it a little bit because it's not just at a competitive level that people play at. A lot of people want to play, but having this card definitely makes it a lot less fun. And maybe we'll get limited? Who knows? And we have Nibiru. I am a hero player. Enough said. Well, I hope, Kenzaki, you get hit by Nibiru every time because your malicious edge card. Oh my god, that card has taken games off of me online way too many times. Number 2, Mystic Mine. When the recent ban list did not put this card to 1 or 0, it was going to be a thing. Mystic Mine is commonly sided even in combo decks right now. You know what, if you guys want to win at your regionals, side 3 Mystic Mine if you're a combo player. Just have it in there because your opponent's gonna be like, oh, you're a combo deck. Of course you're not gonna have any sort of back row, and then you drop Mystic Mine and then just begin to count their deck and be like, yeah, you comboed off, I didn't. I have less cards and I'm just not gonna bother. I'm just gonna pass turn until you scoop. And either you deck out, and I'm just gonna keep drawing cards, so you don't even bother trying to slow play, because it's not gonna work. So yeah, there's that. There's always that option, and that's a legitimate way to win. And I've tried it with Lair Rocket Control. I've decked out 8 people total doing something like that. It's not very fun for anyone, but hey, Mystic Mine is around for that reason, to make it not fun for your opponents. Mono Bluetron Yu-Gi-Oh says, Mystic Mine for sure. Love playing the draw MST or lose for 6 turns and taking 97,000 Hayate damage in the process. Yeah, that one's pretty brutal. And by the way, guys, shout outs to Mono Bluetron Yu-Gi-Oh! Go check out his channel. He's got really good stuff, good quality production. You know what? Everything, you know, you can take a box for every single part. But yeah, go check out Mono Bluetron Yu-Gi-Oh! And shout outs to Mystic V as well for any other Yu-Gi tuber. I got some shout outs for them as well for participating in this conversation. And some of them are even bigger than myself. But anyways, yeah, I absolutely agree with you, because I've been in that shoe where I got to get hit by Hayate for game for the most part, and even if I can break the board, if you do the math, it sucks a lot. They have Hayate, you can't break the Hayate, because if you break the Hayate, you're going to be stuck under a Mystic Mine with nothing left to play. And if you're playing a monster-based deck, you have to eat that play, and it feels really, really bad. And yeah, say you have 4 monsters on the board, you can link it down to like just 1. You can't even attack. So in other words, your opponent gets another free swing at your face. And yeah, that's basically gonna be it. And you have to weaken your entire board state just to clear the Mystic Mine. You have to give yourself a minus and weaken your board state to get through the Mystic Mine. That part is pretty awful. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. And Dork Art says, Mystic Mine, as a person who loves making half or full boards, hate having all my effects negated and being unable to attack. Plus, I don't like playing hand traps. Well, I would have to say, well, playing hand traps doesn't exactly have anything relevant to do with Mystic Mine. And also, Mystic Mine does not negate your cards, buddy. It just doesn't let them activate. That's all. Yeah. So, maybe you've never gotten Mystic Mine in your life. And as for everyone else, Mystic Mine, Mystic Mine, Mystic Mine, Mystic Mine, or Baguska. Yeah, everyone's just all about Mystic Mine. And anything that's basically a floodgate, Mystic Mine. Yeah, everything's Mystic Mine. Everything's coming up Mystic Mine. And for number 1, get the drum rolling, guys. It is Super Polymerization. Super Poly. I really didn't think Super Poly was that bad, but now that I think about it, Super Poly does hit a pretty wide demographic of players, because you can hit players that are playing Dark, players that are playing Dragons, players that are playing a mono attribute but different type. So we're looking at Subterror, Marine Cess, they can go into Mud Dragon. If you play Salamangrates, you can go into Valley Chimera. You play Dragons, you can go into Borlord Furious Dragon or 5-Headed Dragon. And if you're playing Darks, anyone that's playing Darks, they can go into Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. I guess it does hit a pretty wide demographic, and the most hated part about Super Poly is there is no response. Even if you have a counter trap, you can't respond to this card. Spell speed 4, as they would say. Anything that's no response. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Let's see the comments and you know what you guys said on the retweets. As a Rocket player, Super Poly. Dude, as a Rocket player, you'd hate everything on this list. Everything on this list basically kills you. The Scarlet Duelist says, Super Poly. I will play it as long as it's legal. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, why not? But personally, I do believe that it promotes the you can't play anti-interaction aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh! And any card that says, oh, and no one can respond to it, it's frustrating. Absolutely agree. It is very frustrating. Super Poly. Hands down the worst. I wouldn't say it's that bad. You can play around it, but again, you might be playing around it by playing a different deck that you don't like. And I don't think that's an option for some people. Like, if they just don't like playing other decks, you're stuck in a format where you're playing against a card that can completely cripple you. Like, there can be only one. Super Poly, come on. That's the ultimate, I know you could negate this, but nah. Nah, bro, you can't negate this. Super Poly, Super Poly. Super Poly, my favorite decks right now are Dark Warrior Orcas and Unchained Evil Eye. Okay, and it's absolutely stupid that rogue decks like that are blown away by a card that they can't even play around. It's absolutely stupid. Who thought this card to 3 was a good idea? Also, Draco is brain dead. Okay, that's neat. Anyone with Super Poly or Nibiru, every set we get more and more of those you can't play cards. I don't know why they thought this 3 Super Poly along with Nibiru is okay. Wow, you really are a combo heavy player. So that would be the comments that we have, but let's go into some of the honorable mentions. We start off with Thunder Dragon Colossus. Colossus from Team APS. Staring down Colossus on your first turn is a nightmare. Paul, what deck are you playing? I guess, but I think the true nightmare is when they summon out Nightmare Phoenix going into a Nightmare Mermaid, and now we've woken up from that nightmare because Konami already banned the Mermaid. What else do we got here so far? We also have Riku that says, I said Colossus! And then there's Ellie Ray 9, I hate play Thunders, I'd rather play Dragon Rulers. You rather play against Dragon Rulers or you rather play Dragon Rulers? This is don't seem to add up right here. Colossus, I'm sick of opening near perfect hand of searchers and then my opponent summons out a Colossus and now I don't have a turn. You, sir, sound like you're playing Necros or Herald or something along those lines. Yes, Colossus is pretty brutal against those decks, especially Necros. Well, according to Edgelord Guilford, Thunder is relatively fair, which says a lot. Seems some people are disagreeing. Thunder, in my opinion, is balanced, Tom. Okay, well, which is kind of strange. Yeah, well, there's Thunder for you. We also have a couple people disliking True Draco. Every True Draco deck, they just play 20 Flight Gates and sit on it. Also, Anti-Spell Fragrance. I'm a Pendulum player primarily. It's a pain in the butt when someone basically win the duel by flipping one trap. I do agree with the whole flipping one trap thing, but Anti-Spell isn't exactly something that I find to be too bothering. And Farfa chimed in. Shouts to Farfa, thanks for dropping by. Lair is ridiculously annoying to play against. Oh, I know, because I played Lair Rocket Control, and one of my most glorious victory was to use Lair against my opponent. My opponent went into a Boral Sword of all cards, and when he went to the Boral Sword, he's like, oh, you're basically dead anyway, so I flipped Demise to the land. But rather than putting out a Mystic Mine against him, I put out a Lair of Darkness against him, and I proceeded to use his Boral Sword as an Epidemic Eradicator virus cost, and I blew up the rest of his board. And it's, too bad for that Sky Striker player. Yeah, it sucks to be him. Ran right into that one, of course. Of course, they didn't really expect any sort of play like that. That was super cheesy. Delicious. Won the match because of it. Sucks to be the other guy. For the rogue players, we got Avermax and BLS. They really don't like dealing with them. Why? They're not that bad, are they? You can just make a Dingirsu, guys, and just send them to the graveyard. We have also Dweller for anyone playing Orcas, Thunder Dragon, Danger. We have Engage because Engage to Engage. My deck list is made up of 35 Engages. Evenly matched. I'm surprised people didn't say evenly matched more, but I'm guessing because people kind of have to hard open that card, so it's a bit more difficult. There's also Exodia. That's kind of funny. Imperial Order, Ghost Ogre, Servant. Servant's not that bad, but what? Why would you say Servant? Okay, there's Azathoth, Void Feast, Zombie World. Oh man, Zombie World is one of those cards I personally hate dealing with as well. And Trap Hole. I'm sorry, which generation are you from? Are you from Gen 1 Yu-Gi-Oh? Because Trap Hole's not that bad. That is all I got for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you guys want to join in on the conversation, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, because that's where I'm going to post these questions, just to get a good grasp of what people are thinking out there among various cards. And if there's cards that you guys think should have been mentioned in this video, leave it down in the comments section below. I would like to know what are the most hated cards for you guys to deal with, because maybe you feel these cards are a bit overpowered for the decks that you're playing. I would like to see your perspective as well. And if you guys want to see more stuff from MST.TV, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ding the Dingirsu, the notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next one.